Alright, I'm back doing another live playthrough of Jaws of the Lion, the introductory Gloomhaven game. Getting everything set up here. One of the most interesting things in between each of these episodes is configuring the map books and all of the stuff I think I'm going to need for this scenario to make sure that it fits in what I like as the camera angle. I've got some stuff off to the side after I read the introduction and the special rules. I'll move it back over. Some things that happened in between scenarios this time. The characters both leveled up, so they have gotten enough experience points to move to level 3. Killian is still, Killian is the hatchet. He's still got quite a few more experience points than Crowley the Red Guard. In the earlier scenarios after experience opened up, I don't know if it was just easier for me or whatever I was doing, I found I got a little more experience points off of actions I was taking on cards for him. So Killian is currently sitting at 126 XP and Crowley at 109, so it's a difference of 17 if I can math quickly and correctly. So a couple of things happen when you hit level 3. In the Scenario 5 rules, I know this was a while ago, but there was a section on scenario level. Scenario level, it says should be the average level of characters divided by 2 and rounded up. So the average level of my characters is 3. Cut in half is 1.5 and rounded up is scenario level of 2. So that's going to change some things. Monster level will go to 2. Gold conversion, so gold tokens become 3 each, and trap damage goes up to 4, and bonus experience for completing the scenario successfully goes up to 8. In addition to that, in the final rules section, there's a note here about once a character reaches level 3, they can bring an additional small item, because each character can bring into the scenario a number of small items equal to half their level rounded up, which is again 1.5 rounded up to 2. So we get to bring an extra item in. So we've got those extra rules. I also downloaded from BGG, that's Board Game Geek, a couple of things. I got a checklist for scenario cleanup off of BGG. That file's there. And you know what? I don't have in front of me the name of the people who created these, sorry, but I did get them off of BGG. So if you go to BGG, they're in the files section. And I got this cool Jaws of the Lion campaign tracker. Lets you track, because I'm not checking on the map which scenarios are completed, because I want to keep it to play this through again with my family. So I'm keeping track of what scenarios are unlocked and which scenarios are completed. We didn't get a chance to do scenario 7. It got closed because I chose to do 8, and the only one I have available to me now is 9, so I'm going to go on to scenario 9. And you can track what city events you've completed and what option you took, which I think is cool, because if you had multiple campaigns running, you could use this to track which events had already been done. You'd have to keep track of separately some other things related to the characters, like which cards were unlocked if someone was going to play the other character, but that's easy enough. So I got those two things in between the scenarios too. I'll throw those off over there out of the way. With the level up, I put the cards over here that I got for each one. I think Ricochet, I probably should have taken Ricochet first when I moved to level 2. It just seems so good because you can attack someone within range 3, but then if I'm reading the bottom part correctly, you can attack another enemy who's range 2 from that first enemy you attacked, which is going to give me a range of 5 on that bottom attack. Now I know these rooms aren't massive, but sometimes you can set it up where, you know, that first guy's within range 3, but then even if that second guy's just one more step behind, that would be within range 5 to hit him with that second attack too. The initiative speed's not great. And the bottom would hit adjacent enemies for 2. It'd be a persistent that I have to put up, and it'd be a card loss. So maybe later on in the scenario, when I'm okay with starting to lose some cards, I could put that up. But I'm mainly getting that for the top. And then for Crowley, I like the speed on it. And if I'm going to have multiple people attacking the same thing, the target is going to get damaged even more, because as each time the target is attacked this round, it suffers 1 damage. To signify this, place one of your character tokens on the target. And it'll be 2 damage instead if I can consume fire, and it'd be get an XP. And it's another quick initiative number. And then move 4. It's always good to have some more move utility in there. So those are the cards that I got. I can't remember which one I took out from their decks. I actually went through their decks in between the scenarios too and just started over. I put all the cards out and I went through and said, okay, what 10 cards do I want to take? Let me just make sure I got this right, because I did start a scenario a couple scenarios ago with 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then with the level up, I was also able to take another perk, which I've put up here on the top. I took another +1 and infuse fire and light for Crowley, and I took the +1 and hit the enemy with a wound token for Killian. So let me put these in here. I hope my hand wasn't in the way when I was trying to show that. That's what it is. +1 with a wound. So it wounds the enemy. Put it in there. Shuffle these up. I do have a picture of the map that I'll show here in a second after I shuffle. And I took a picture of the characters. I have the Void Warden painted also. I'm going to be working a little bit on the Demolitionist today. So I took that picture at the very front of the video so you could see the 2 characters that I'm playing with. And the light, for some reason with the minis, doesn't show up too great over there, but there's the Void Warden. Move her around. She'll watch us for a little bit here. There's the monster deck. There is going to be a new boss in this scenario. The Blood Horror. It's a really big standee. And he's going to start right up and close and personal with us. And he has some interesting moves, which I'll read to you when I do the boss special. I mean, I could start reading the intro now while I do this shuffling. You arrive at the scene of the final tumor, but you're clearly too late. Twisted metal and charred wood greet you as you descend into the rubble. You dig through collapsed passageways until you finally find the tumor, but it has grown a hard outer shell, a chrysalis. A zealot appears behind you, laughing that Roland's plan has come to fruition, and then the chrysalis explodes as some new horror emerges. It is no longer an inanimate thing, but some monstrous collection of limbs and teeth that moves with vicious efficiency. Yes, so we've got a zealot here and a zealot there. We are back with some traps here that I plan on using to the fullest. Since I do get to bring more small items, I am going to bring the Fateful Compass. And the only other small item that I have is Mana Potion. Over here I have Mana Potion and Healing Potion. The Mana Potions were free and I didn't sell them off. And I'm saving my gold. I only have 8 gold on Crowley and 11 gold on Killian right now, because I spent most of my money before the last scenario on this shield and this leather. Okay, so special rules. The Blood Horror cannot be damaged in any way until all zealots in the scenario have been killed. So when I first opened this map up, I was looking at it and I was like, well, why not just go up there and start hammering on the boss? He's right next to us. And obviously that is not possible. So anytime a zealot is killed, leave it stand, either normal or elite, in the hex in which it died. Any hex containing a stand is considered neither empty nor occupied. I really don't know what that means, because if it's not empty, I don't think I can stop on it, but maybe I can pass through it. Maybe it means I can pass through it. Maybe that's what it means. When the Blood Horror revives a zealot, and revives, some of his abilities are revived, so we'll get to that in a second. So when a Blood Horror revives a zealot, remove that killed zealot's stand from the map and spawn one living corpse of the same rank as that stand in the hex in which the zealot died. This living corpse does not act in the round it is spawned, which is different than previous spawning rules. Note that all living corpses do not have to be killed to damage the blood horror, and the goal of the scenario is just to kill the blood horror. So it seems like we need to move through here as quickly as possible, eliminating the zealots, maybe eliminating some of the living corpses, maybe not all of them. Get the zealots all taken care of, and then hammer on the boss, because we do not have to kill all of the living corpses. Okay, so the two specials, they are noted on his card over here, but they give more description of what the specials do. So boss special number 1. The blood horror performs a move X, jump, action, where X is the number of hexes needed for the blood horror to get adjacent to the killed zealot farthest away from it. The blood horror then revives that killed zealot. If there are no killed zealots on the map, or there are no valid hexes adjacent to any zealots, then X instead becomes the number of hexes needed for the blood horror to get adjacent to the enemy farthest away from it, in which case the blood horror then performs an attack +0 action targeting that enemy. That was a really long sentence. Basically, almost this whole paragraph was one sentence. It's that. So very simply, he's either going to jump to a killed zealot, the farthest zealot away from him, and turn that zealot into a living corpse. And I have the stands of the living corpses up there. If there are no destroyed or killed zealots on the map, then he's going to jump to one of our characters and attack them. The farthest one away. Then boss special number 2. The blood horror performs a normal move +0, attack +0 action. Then, if there are any dead zealots in the same room as the blood horror, it revives them. Door hexes are not considered to be in any room. Well, that's interesting. So for that one, if I could kill a zealot on a door hex, then it wouldn't be in the room. So boss special number 2, he would revive more than one zealot. Boss special 1, he'd only revive one. So those are the specials. I'm going to put his card there, and I'm going to put the mana board there. It's not entirely in camera, but I think I'll try to have the stuff that's actually being used down here. We do have 5 damage traps because of the scenario level. They do 4 damage, so I've got 4 damage tokens on them. We have 1 treasure chest over here, which is mandatory. I have to get that. I have to try to keep up getting all of the treasure chests just to see what options are inside of them. So the scenario is set up with the increase in level. Killian has 11 base hit points and Crowley has 14. I have set their dials. The monsters have been set to level 2 because it is set a scenario level 2. So the zealots went up to 7 base hit points and 3 movement and 3 attack. I think they were 6, 2, and 2 before. And the elite is 11. All right, so I'm going to put the battle goals right here so I don't forget to do that. But before I do that, we have to do a city event in between scenarios here. Haven't done that yet. So Void Warden, you're going to have to move out of the way. All right, shuffle this. These cards just want to keep flying out today. Shuffle it up, and then how about this one? All right, you notice a well-dressed Valroth merchant entering the Sleeping Lion, looking completely out of place. He scans the room, grimacing in disgust at any number of the activities going on inside. Eventually, he spots your table and approaches. "I have need of your services, mercenaries," he says, through a perfumed handkerchief. He claims that there is trouble at the new docks. It seems there have been some strange happenings no one can explain. Goods moving or disappearing altogether, eerie noises, visions of horrible demons. I hope you are able to investigate and stop whatever forces may be conspiring to topple our economic supremacy. Option A is demand payment up front. Option B is accept the job proposal. I think we'll just accept the job proposal. Hopefully this opens up a scenario. I haven't seen something that opens up a bonus scenario yet. Okay, splendid. The Valrath says through his handkerchief, it seems a little money can go a long way in this place. So long as you can get over the smell, he adds as he turns and walks out the door. New location, Agents of Chaos, Scenario 21. Well, let me grab my campaign tracker. I don't want to put the sticker on right now because I want to get into Scenario 9. And I will unlock Scenario 21. Right? 21? Yep. Okay, so I'll open that up. And just to break up the storyline, that might be the next scenario that I play. Oh, I should have marked on there. What city event is this? So you see at the bottom, it's event 18. And I chose option B. All right. So that is done. That will go into the events that have already been completed area. So for scenario 9, let me show you where, I can't remember if I know I did the living corpses. Let me just shuffle the zealots real quick. It's quick enough. Let me show you the map. So we've got scenario 9, explosive evolution. That went over the scenario 7 sticker. So, you know, when I play this again in the future, if we do scenario 7, just have to realize that scenario 7 got covered up by scenario 9. That's fine. I think it's cool that the map is kind of dynamic. It's changing a little bit, and I can see the legacy aspect there. And actually, the only legacy game I've ever played is Machikoro Legacy, because my daughter really likes Machikoro, and when I saw Machikoro Legacy was coming out, we got that and we played through that whole thing. My wife, my daughter, and I, and then my son is a lot younger. He's 4, and so he was on my team sometimes, and he was on his mom's team sometimes. But we enjoyed that. So anyway, go back to main scene here. I think the only thing left to do is get the battle goals and then start. I'm gonna try. I was initially thinking about just trying to push and pull these guys across these traps and get rid of them as quick as possible. But the living corpses actually have 9 hit points and the zealots have 7. The traps do 4 damage. I'm kind of thinking that maybe you just do normal attacks and try to take these zealots out with normal attacks and then use the traps to take out a couple of these living corpses. I don't think I can survive with a whole bunch of living corpses, but they only move 1, so maybe if I just run away from them and try to get over here and fight the boss in here. So I have to kill 1, 2, 3, 4 more zealots, and I want to utilize these traps to get him out of the way of the door, and then these traps over here to get him out of the way of that door. So we'll see. So battle goals have been dealt out. We've got Ravager and Masochist in the scenario with 3 or fewer hit points. I don't like shooting for that. Perform 2 actions with the lost icons in the same turn. Oh, that's the one that got me last time. I've been trying to weed out lost icons. Oops. Yeah, and Flame Shroud I want to... No, I don't even think I can do Ravager, but maybe I could set it up for Masochist, so we'll see. I'm probably not going to get that battle goal, which is unfortunate because he's already 1 behind Killian. I don't think I've seen these 2 yet. So Closer, kill the last monster to die in the scenario. Insomniac, suffer damage from an attack in the same round you long rest. Maybe I'll try to work it out that Killian takes out the last monster. I guess it wouldn't be too hard to make sure that I'll take damage when I long rest. I usually like to long rest when there are no enemies in the room. Yeah, we'll go with how it is. Okay, I think that is everything for getting the scenario set up. So if I just wanted to attack these guys and then try to take out the living corpses, or do I just want these living, because these living corpses, if I try to go through as quick as possible, those living corpses would have, at move 1, I'm sure there might be some movement modifiers in their deck, which I didn't look through. But it would take them a while if I try to outrun them. That could be dangerous. Do I have any pushes? No, I have pulls. I don't think I need to heal first. Attack 2, range 2, target 2. I could, I could move 1 and then attack both of them. Pulling them is not going to get them on a trap. But I do kind of like the idea of being able to attack 2 people. Let's see, if Killian can push this guy back, then Crowley could come up there, pull this guy into a second trap, and get a path open to the door, and have shield, and infuse some fire. Okay, this is starting to look decent. If I could get a, and that's at 12, so do I have a high initiative card to get out of the way? So that's the top. Move 2 with jump and another shield. Does it say he can't be damaged in any way, or does it say he can't be attacked? The Bloodhorror cannot be damaged, yeah, so putting him on traps is not going to do anything. That's a lost card. I just need to move 3, so high initiative, maybe for the basic movement. Gonna have fire. I could, well, that's low initiative. I want to use up a high initiative card. I've done a good job of keeping this deck with pretty low initiative, actually. Maybe something with a lost icon on the bottom to get it out of the way. Not my heal. Maybe Blade Dance. I really like the double attack on this one and being able to consume stuff to throw out a lot of damage. Though, let's do Twirling Stabs for the basic movement, because I'd like to get him here. I'm going to try to push this guy, and then I'm going to pull this guy with Crowley. But I'm not actually doing an attack. I'm just utilizing his stuff to, I mean, it is guaranteed 4 damage pulling this guy across the trap. And then, so this is going to be my tentative plan. I might come back to this though. I want to look through what Killian can do. So this is not a benefit you would get if you were playing with another person. I really do want to play now with my family. If the coronavirus thing wasn't happening, I'd try to find a group of people to play with. But I think the communication aspect of only being able to say certain things like, well, I'm going to attack this guy, and not really letting him know exactly what initiative is going. I thought I read on a forum, or maybe it was when I was flipping through the Gloomhaven rulebook. I didn't see it in the Jaws of Lion rulebook, but I thought I read that if you're playing solo, because you have this advantage where you can kind of plan out both of the characters, that you should be playing at one difficulty level higher. I think I read that somewhere. Could have been a while ago. So I've got to move to push to target one adjacent enemy. If this guy goes across 2 traps, he'll be gone because they're 4 each. But then there's the potential of a living corpse popping up there. If I do Barbaric Instincts, this guy will suffer 1 damage. And if I end up here, do I have another push card? That's going at 39, so I might need to find something. Wow, Killian's deck is definitely higher on the... I could do close cuts and attack 3 that guy and get the experience point, because I could move 1. Oh no, that's where I'm planning on having Crowley end up. We both can't occupy the same spot. I almost wonder if I just take the opportunity now to get the favorite card out, because I'm going to do the bottom of this card. I'm going to be doing a lot of damage with trap stuff, but then this guy's only going to be suffering 1 damage. I do not have another push. And then I'll be going at 17. I mean, it took me so long. I was so wanting my favorite tokens in the previous scenario so much. I think I'm just going to bite the bullet. And oh, I also have Fateful Compass. I might save that to press this guy across these 2 traps, or maybe one of those traps. Okay, I think I'll do this. I'm gonna take the chance to get my favorite card out. Not doing a whole lot with Killian other than yeah, this actually is not going to work because Crowley is going before Killian, and I need Killian to go first. So what do I have? Do I even have one? I cannot go before 12. So I might have to find Flame Shroud. What can go after 17? Here's a 19. Attack 3. I get to attack that guy for 3. Oh no, I have to do the bottom of a card. I screwed that up in a previous game, so I need to look at bottoms of cards here. And that's right, I was just looking for a basic movement card. But I need to go still quickly, but after 17. And hope that the Zealot here, 19. Geez, am I using up too many quick things here? We'll see. So we'll go at 19. Keep this. I could be expending like too many good resources here at the beginning just to try to pull off some trap magic here. Okay, so we've got 17 and 19, so we'll put Killian's initiative token above Crowley and then see where the boss is going to go. 85, he's going to go last. So he is going to, if there's a destroyed Zealot, he'll jump to it and revive it. At least he won't be attacking. So his hit points are 12 times C, and I did extremely poor math in the previous scenario. I had it stuck in my head that the Blood Tumor's starting damage was the same as Scenario 5. In Scenario 5, it was 4 times C. And then in Scenario 8, it was 2 times C. And 2 times 2 is 4, not 8. And I started in with 8, so that was a mistake. So anyway, yeah, the boss is 85 and the zealots 65. Super slow. I was okay with what I had set up. I could have gone a little slower on the initiatives, but you never know. Okay, so I'm just going to throw Killian's favorite up here, and then I'll put this over here. So I'm going to move 2, actually ending up only moving 1, and then I'm going to push 2, target 1 adjacent enemy. So I'll push this zealot, who is standing number 3, back onto that trap, and he'll have 4 damage. Just as good as any attack, right? Better, because there's no chance of getting a null with that. And that's the end of his turn. And now I'm going to do the bottom of Strangling Chain to do the basic movement of 2. 1, 2. And now the top of Barbaric Instincts, I'll end up with a shield for the rest of this round. Pull 1 at range 2, so this guy is within 2. I'll pull him into this trap, which triggers that trap. And that'll be a total of 8 damage, and he only has 7 hit points. So that is the end of him. Take him off the board. Pop a money token down there. Oh, and we need to leave his standee there, which is interesting that I cannot get that. If I understand, because it's neither empty nor occupied, and since it's not empty, I can't end my turn there. So I won't be able to get that money token unless the living corpse is generated and also destroyed, which, if he doesn't move, could end up with 2 money tokens there, I guess. And then all adjacent enemies suffer 1 damage. So standing number 5 will take a damage. And end of my turn, infuse fire, and put this here because he has a shield for the rest of the round. And this will be discarded. Nothing that I could have used my mana to get. I guess I could have moved 2, but that's okay. I think this is fine. So the next character to act is the Zealot. He's already within range to do a melee attack, so he doesn't need to move. It's attack +1, and it would be on Crowley. So the +1 will be negated by my shield, and the Zealots now have a base attack of 3. So that's going to be 3 damage coming in. So from 14 down to 11. There are no more Zealots out there. Now the boss, special number 1. So this is the one where he's going to jump to a dead Zealot and revive it. So I'll have him jump here. Revive that. Living corpse. Shuffle these and just grab one. How about that one? And they do not act. So the door is actually blocked for me right now, unless I jump. Okay, so that's done. Next round, we have a shuffle icon on the boss's deck here. No shuffles anywhere else. So it did total of 9 damage that turn and did not actually do any attacking. Got my favorite token out there, which maybe I'll fling at this living corpse with his 9 hit points. All right, so what do we want to do? We cannot attack the boss. We've got a Zealot sitting there with 6. I have some pulls, but I don't have any pushes. I could jump and pull that Zealot onto that trap. Let me look at Killian's first, because Killian might have a push in here. He's got to move 3, push 2. I could move here and maybe push the corpse out of the way onto that trap, so he'd be 4 out of 9. Then I could do an attack and I could heal Crowley if he's still next to the target of my attack. The Zealot would have 6 hit points left. I'd fling my favorite token at somebody. If I get Crowley up there, he might become the target of a whole bunch of people's attacks if I don't take him out. I have no idea how dangerous the Living Corpse deck is. I could take this opportunity to use Ricochet and hit 2 guys with 2 attack 2s. That sounds good. And fling my favorite token at one of them and decide which one I want to... Oh, I forgot to give the 2 experience points for putting my favorite card out. So what initiative was that move? It was 24. I mean, I like the idea of being able to push that Living Corpse onto that last trap, and that's like just free damage sitting on the map that I feel like I should be using. He's going to go at 24. Crowley has an attack to target all adjacent enemies, so if he goes, or I could use that now and attack. I've got 2 guys that need to be attacked right next to me. I forgot to push the fire down. I've got some fire out there that I can consume. If I don't want to move, I could still consume the fire to get a shield 1 and an experience point at 6. Is there something else better that I could do with the fire? All adjacent enemies suffer 1 damage and loot that coin. And maybe any other coins that get dropped. Move 2 with jump 2 and get a shield. I don't think I really want to open the door right now and have another Zealot invited to the party. This is a big move that I hate to use, but I also hate to waste that fire that's out on the battlefield. But I don't... I could use Swift Strength and just not move 2, so I have another. So I have a shield there and going at 16. I think I'll do that. Okay, let's see when the enemies are going to act. Ooh. The boss will act at 17, doing his attack, his move and attack. And then the Living Corpse, 91, and the Zealot, 77. Okay, so we've got Crowley first at 16, the boss at 17, Killian at 24, the Zealot at 77, and the Living Corpse at 91. I wonder if I should... So it's Crowley's turn, so what I'm thinking about actually doing here now, I'm going to get 4 damage on that corpse. Killian's got an attack 3. which is a possibility of 7, but he's got 9 hit points, and I'm about to do an attack 2. I could use my mana potion to get some light out there with Twirling Stabs to make an attack 3. I think I'll save my mana potion for if I need to pump something up fighting the boss later. He's got 24 hit points. So I'm going to do the top of Twirling Stabs, attack 2, target all adjacent enemies. I'll start. Oh, that's all adjacent enemies. Should I do it? I feel like I'm expending a lot of my resources here at the beginning, and I've got 2 elite zealots to take care of later. I'm going to save it. All right, so attack 2. We'll start with the zealot. +1 is 3 damage going on, and that's standy 5. So he's at 4 damage total. Now on the living corpse, another +1. So we've got another 3 damage. And that corpse is standy number 2. And the bottom of Swift Strength mainly was for the initiative, but also we have a shield now for this round, which is good because the boss is actually going to go next. And my characters are equidistant. Crowley was first in initiative order. So his special number 2 is move +0, attack +0. He has a movement of 4, so he can move really far. And his attack depends on how many characters there are. So he's at an attack 2 on Crowley. +0, -1 for the shield is 1 damage. So down to 10. Okay, now he would also revive any dead zealots in the room, but there are no more dead zealots. Killian's turn. What do we want to do first? Well, that actually changed things a little bit because the boss ended up in the space that I wanted to end up in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my winged shoes to get jump for my move. So I'm going to do the bottom of center mass, move 3. I'll move 2, jumping over the boss. Then I'm going to push 2, an adjacent enemy. I'm going to push this living corpse onto this trap. He will get 4 more damage. So he is sitting at a total of 7. And I actually might end up not using my favorite token right now because I'm now going to do an attack 2 range 3 for the top of Ricochet. So I'm going to attack first this living corpse, not using my favorite token. So attack 2 times 2, definitely gone. Okay, so that corpse is gone. Just drop the loot token. Now I can attack a different enemy within range 2 of that first target. So this zealot is within range 2. Need to remember I have to shuffle this. So we're at attack 2 +0 is 2 more damage. So he has 1 hit point remaining. And that's it. Now for the zealot's turn. He's going to poison. That's unfortunate. He doesn't need to move because he's doing a melee attack. and it would be area of effect, but only Crowley is within range. So we're at attack -1, -1. His base attack is 3, so that is 1 damage coming through. Takes him down to 9. And he's poisoned. Oh wait, no damage because of his shield, sorry. He still would be poisoned, but his shield will absorb that last damage, so... Because it's -1 for the card, -1 for the modifier card, -1 for the ability card. There's no air to consume, and then -1 for the shield. So no damage, but poisoned. And it's the end of the round, so that's gone. I have to shuffle Killian's deck. I also need to shuffle the boss's deck. One hit point left on that guy. I think I need to start moving forward, so I want to see if there's something that I have that can just put 1 point of damage on that zealot. And maybe a little token heal to get rid of the poison on Crowley. Okay. Fire is consumed. Next round. So, move 4. I'm going to move 4. Really love to figure out a way to get this guy. Oh, I have the compass. If I can move, if I can pull this guy with Crowley, 1 over here, I could make him march across both of these traps with Killian's compass. So, I really don't need to attack him. He'll just be taken out with those if I can pull this off. 1, 2, 3, pull 1. So do I have another pull in here somewhere? The top of Flaming Sickle, which is really slow. Is that the only other pull that I have other than getting those? What about Killian? Because if Killian can pull and do the Fateful Compass, maybe that is just his turn. If I did the top of Care Package, I could heal that poison off of Crowley, as long as Crowley's still standing there. Crowley won't still be standing there, though, if I go with that other thing, because I need Crowley to go before Killian to get that guy moved. He does not have another push or pull in here. So that leaves me with just the top of Flaming Sickle as an option, which is kind of not using the attack. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I'd have to pull the same guy that I targeted. Okay, could be too much of a pipe dream. Or I just worry about having maybe I just have the Zealot trigger one of the traps. It's nice just to get him out of the way too, so I can get to the door without needing to use jump, which I did already have to do once. What should I do? Don't want to get Flame Shroud quite out yet. There's no elements to consume. No, there's no elements to consume, so I wouldn't be pulling. I don't want to do the lost icon there. Get another shield out and maybe immobilize that zealot. I could do the bottom of Flaming Sickle, which would do the last 1 damage to that guy. Loot 2 coins, and then do some kind of move to get this room going. Move 3, get some light out there. What can I use the light for? I could, this one would be gone. I'll already have light out there. No, that's not the card I was going to plan on using. It was the bottom of a card? Which one was I planning on using? Yes, the bottom of this. So that means I'm not going to be moving because all of my moves unless I have Killian go first and open the door, and then I do Blade Dance. This Zealot would not be within range for the top attack, but then I could move 2 and he'd be in range for the bottom attack. Just trying to be efficient with getting rid of this guy and not needing to use like a huge attack against him. And this is automatic. I don't even have to flip a modifier here. If Killian moves away, he's going to become the target of whatever this zealot wants to do, and if this boss wants to attack, he is going to jump to Killian because Killian will be the farthest away. Any kind of heal I do to get this poison off is not going to actually give me any hit points back. I think if I want to keep moving forward, it's not the most efficient use of Blade Dance, but this seems good. I mean, I will be taking out a guy and putting some damage on another guy, so we'll live with that. Now, I wonder if might just have to, I mean, Crowley is, if Crowley does not become the target, he won't actually take damage from the poison, so maybe I can let the poison stick around for a turn. Killian can come in here and have this guy trip at least one of these traps with his compass. I could have him move here, and then that might set up, if the living corpse is generated here, maybe a pull onto this trap with the living corpse. So I just need some movement. And the Faithful Compass works within range 3. So I was kind of thinking about getting him here. 3. If Crowley goes first, I could just move 2 and do this heal 1 to get that poison off of him. He's going at 29. And it would be nice to also attack this guy. Oh, I could go here, do close cuts on him, get the XP, and still be within 1 of where Crowley's going to end up. And then still be able to move him. Okay. So I don't think it matters who goes first here, so I'll have him go at 25. I'll have him go at 30, just in case the Zealots pull a low number. So that Crowley's going first. So maybe one of the Zealots, I don't know, we'll see. That thought process might not be accurate. So we've got 29 and 30. Let's see what the boss is going to do. 73, special 1. So he will jump to a deceased zealot and make him a corpse. 35, so we would have been okay. So we've got zealot and then boss. No living corpses are going to act this turn because they do not act when they come out. Special rule for this scenario. All right, 29. Make sure I did all this correctly. High probability that I didn't. So I wanted to do the bottom of Flaming Sickle. All adjacent enemies suffer 1 damage. He's already at 6 and he only has 7. So suffering that damage will take him out. We need to put the money and leave the standee. And then loot 1. I think I can loot like this, even though there's a standee there within range 1. If that's a rule I have wrong, leave me a comment down the bottom. I don't know if you can loot, because there's technically not an enemy there, but the space is not, it says it's not considered empty or occupied. If it's not occupied, then I guess it should be okay. I know it's not till the end of the turn, but it's going to infuse flame. So then the top of Blade Dance, there's no one to attack within range 3. But then I have a move 2, so I will move there and not forget to open up the door. It's going to spawn a normal zealot, and it's going to spawn, how about that guy? That is standee number 1. So that was my move 2. Now I have an attack 1, range 3 on the zealot. Ooh, +1 and infuse fire and light. Ah, too bad that I didn't have that available. No XP or anything, but that is 2 damage. So we'll put 2 damage on standee number 1. Okay, so now it is Killian's turn. I'm going to do the bottom of care package, so move 3. 1, 2, and then heal 1, range 1. All that does is remove the poison off of Crowley. And now I've got close cuts, attack 3, and an experience point. So we're at attack 3, +1 and a wound. So that is 4. And the wound is perfect because he is now up to 7. He's up to 6 damage. And if we throw a wound on him, he will, so I don't even need to use my Fateful Compass. I can use that to do some shenanigans with the living corpse that's about to be generated. Wounded him, XP, that was the other thing I was thinking of. I knew there was something else forgetting. See, so here we already, again, we have Killian up to 3 XP in the scenario, and I haven't generated any on the dial for Crowley. I might need to pay attention to that more. And no shuffle symbols. And the round's not even over yet. It is now the Zealot's turn. Start of his turn, his wound is going to damage him, so that takes him up to 7 damage. Plop him out of stand. Drop a money token. Now it's the boss's turn. Special number 1, he's going to jump to the farthest dead Zealot. I'm going to jump him here. Or do I want to jump him here? I think I'll jump him here because he's not going to be doing any attacking or anything. So he jumps there and he's going to generate a living corpse. Now that one fell out, so we'll just use that one. Okay. They don't act on the turn that they're spawned, so I think that's the end of the turn. Next round. How can I best use some fire and light? Now I can start getting some XP. Can move Crowley up here. Consume the fire to get a shield and an XP. Attack 3 on this guy, immobilize him, which doesn't really matter because they're so slow anyway. Have a second shield. Too bad I'm not in range because I could get some really good attacks on here. But I want this guy to pop one of these traps to get it out of the way with Fateful Compass. So I think that's what we'll do. Get a couple experience points, use up the elements that are out there. Now Killian. Let's see. I wonder if Crowley probably is not going to take him out, but he's going to get 4 damage out of his 9. Yeah, so I think Killian can still think about attacking. The corpse. You're right next to him, so a ranged attack is not the best plan. If I kill him, I can get an XP off second wind. I'm hoping he gets taken out, because what I'm going to do, I'll do the top of repeat shot. And the bottom of second wind. It might not be the smartest idea to get this door open. But we need to move forward, so. Okay, 6 and 18. So now we just have Living Corpse need to draw their initiative, 47, and the boss is going to go at 11. So the boss is actually going to go second. So we've got Crowley going first at 6. The boss is going second, then Killian at 18. And then it's Living Corpse, and there are no Zealots. Okay. Yeah, it looks like Killian is going to take the attack from the boss this time, which is okay because his attack is not actually that scary. So, Crowley, the bottom is move 4. 1, 2, 3. Consume, the shield is kind of wasted. Both of these shields are wasted because Crowley's not going to be the target of the attack. But I want to try to take out this guy, so it's okay. Shield 1, 1 experience point using the fire. And then attack 3, immobilize. So immobilize just says that they can't actually perform move attacks, but I think I read it in a previous scenario. It doesn't prevent you from pushing and pulling them. Okay, so attack 3 on the living corpse. -1 is 2. And that's standee number 1. Using up the light to have a second shield. So 2 shields and another XP. Those are mainly just experience point plays. Okay, I do need to try to end the scenario with 3 or fewer points. This is going to be difficult to do. So next is the boss. He's doing special number 2. Move 0, attack 0. He's already within range of Killian, so his base attack is 2. Ooh, times 2 is 4. And we gotta shuffle that. Oh, I should have used his studded leather. Yep. Lesson learned on that. I don't want to lose a card, so I'm going to go down to 7. I have to remember that I've got this armor out here. There are no dead zealots in the room, so there's no one to revive. Now we go to Killian's turn. Okay, so I was going to do the top of repeat shot, but I want to do my Fateful Compass first and move this living corpse 2. So 1, 2. Pop that trap and give him 4 damage. So now he is at a total of 6 damage and he has 9 total hit points. I really would like to take him out this turn. And if I take him out, I'm going to move to that spot and loot anyway. So I probably won't open the door like I kind of hinted that I was going to. So I think I'll throw my favorite token at him. This is where I think I screwed up in a previous scenario. He already has to have my favorite token on him in order to get the bottom benefit on repeat shot. So I'm not going to get that experience point and that extra attack. So it's attack 3, range 3. Going to throw my favorite token at this living corpse. So that's a base attack of 6 plus 1 is very much gone. Drops that. And my token. Okay, so I'll get rid of this. Damage. Now I'm going to do the bottom of second wind, move 3, plus 2 move and gain experience point if you kill an enemy this round. So 1, 2. I'll stop there and loot, get my favorite token back, get the XP. All right, so these persistent abilities are gone. So now I need to make the decision on, am I going to short rest? Do I long rest? Yeah, see, I really should have used this, because if I'm gonna long rest, I don't know if I want to pop open this door and then need to be doing resting while I've got a fresh zealot in here. I could move 3. 1, 2, 3. Use my weathered boots to move 4 and get next to him. He would have disadvantage attacking me. Then I would immobilize him, put light out there, and have shield against the attack. So I'd have a shield and disadvantage. He does wound. Yeah. He's not going to be doing any attacking, but that could set him up to take the damage I've done. I do want him to be kind of low on damage to try to get his battle goal. So what 2 cards does Killian have left? One that he would lose. I did not infuse the battlefield with anything, right? Where are his cards? Oh, here they are. No. But I got an attack 2. I don't have any wind. I guess I could use my mana potion. Move 3 and get wind out there. The guy's here. 1, 2, 3. Still no disadvantage because I'd be not adjacent. Okay, I just want to try to be efficient with my cards, and maybe I'll throw my favorite token at this guy. All right. So the only card we need to flip first is for the boss. See what he's going to do. He's going to do special 1. So he's going to jump to a dead zealot. So he's going to jump back here and make a living corpse back here, which is fine. That living corpse I'm probably just going to ignore. I shouldn't say probably. I'm going to ignore it because it's going to take him forever. Moving only 1. Maybe 2 at the most. All right, so we've got Crowley here going at, oh, let me get the initiative order set. We've got Crowley at 13, Hatchet at 21, Boss at 85, and nobody else out on the board yet. Okay, move of 3, and I'm going to use my weathered boots to make it a move of 4. So that's 1, 2. We'll open the door. And just remember that I have 2 left. I'm just going to move them now. So that's my move of 4. I've got 2 zealots here already in stands, randomly choosing. That's standing number 4. Okay, so that's the bottom of Healing Sands. And then the top is really just going to immobilize this guy, give me a shield, and put light out on the battlefield. All right, so now we need to draw the Zealots card. 46. So going before the boss is that Zealot. Ooh, good thing there's no fire out there. I guess it's just more range, not really anything super damaging. Okay, so now it's Killian. I wanted to do the bottom of Power Pitch to move 3. 1, 2, 3. Get air out there onto the battlefield. Then the top of Extra Lift. I know the air is not available till the end of the turn, so I don't get to consume it. Attack 2, range 3, throwing my favorite token at this guy, and he is standing number 4. Oops, I have this token for one of the other cards. Standing number 4. That takes it to attack 5, plus 0. Okay, mate is 5. And I don't know if I can afford to long rest right now. So I might actually have to end up short resting, because I have no cards left. I need to shuffle this before this zealot attacks. So the unfortunate thing here is that this attack does target both of us. It will muddle us both. He is going to have disadvantage against Crowley because there is no move. Too bad I couldn't have gotten Killian right next to him, but then I would have attacked at a disadvantage because I did a ranged attack. So we'll start with Crowley. It's attack -1. His base attack is 3, so that takes it down to 2. He is at a disadvantage, so we draw 2. Null. Nothing happens. And I've got all of this. He already had disadvantage from this too. Got a shield and disadvantage and didn't even need it. So now Killian is going to get hit. Not at a disadvantage unless I want to use my leather. I'll use my leather. So he'll be at a disadvantage. I need to remember that both of these guys are going to be muddled next round. So disadvantage, shield 1, so we'll draw 2 cards again. -1 and +0. I saw the next card was a +2, and I need to shuffle anyways because the null came out, so that's good. I was going to shuffle or just get that +2 out of the way because I saw what it was. So it's -1, and this is -1. Takes the 3 down to 1, but he has shield 1, so no damage, but he gets muddled by the attack. All right, I don't want to forget to do this again, so put all these cards in here. Now, the question is, and I've got muddle on me, so maybe I just long rest and take the hit to get my cards back. I'm looking for the muddle removes at the end of the next turn. I might just long rest so I don't have that muddle to deal with. Can get my stuff back. Heal up a couple hit points. Yeah. Should have kept that other battle goal. I can't remember who drew it now. So this boss deck also had a shuffle icon on it, so we got to get that shuffled. These go away, and I'm long resting, so 99 for both of them. So we'll draw the Zealot and the boss initiative, going at 27. And the boss initiative. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do the actual boss's turn. So what the boss would have done last turn is move up here and created a living corpse here. Yeah, I forgot to do that. And I'm going to keep the boss right there, because now we need to draw a living corpse card, and he's not really going to slow the guy down any, I guess. Glad I caught that. Because now he's going to do the same special again, which means he's going to jump and attack us, because there are no zealots to revive. Okay. Going at 85. So still before us. And so the zealot's going to go with the boss, and then I'll choose who's going to long rest first. It probably doesn't really matter. The Zealot wants to do a ranged attack. He needs to move. And it's going, Crowley will be the target because he's the closest. So I'll have him take a step back. It is attack -1. And he will heal himself for however much damage he does on Crowley. So he's 3, -1 takes it to 2, -1 takes it to 1 damage, takes him down to 9. So I believe that is the end of the Zealot's turn. Oh, I forgot to draw for the Living Corpse. 68. So the Living Corpse will go next. Nothing special. Move 0, attack 0. His base movement is 1. He's just going to move on to here. Loot that money token. So that's his turn. Now the boss, there's no Zealots to revive, so he's going to jump to the farthest character. And if I'm tracking by move, they're both the same distance. So he's going to jump to here and attack. I'll have him attack Crowley. They're both the same in the initiative order. Both the same distance, so I just have to pick somebody. I'm assuming that's how that has to work. His attack is a 2, +1 is 3, takes him down to 6. And that is the end of the enemy's turns. So now I will long rest with Crowley. I'm going to get to 2 hit points now. I will reset his Weathered Boots. I need to pick a card to lose. It's going to get rid of these models now because they will go away at the end of the turn. Don't want to forget. What do I want to lose? Maybe Flaming Sickle. I don't really think I need to worry about looting. Although there is a treasure chest up there. And that has an attack 3 on it. Oh, these should have gone down and then they're going to go away. Barbaric Instincts. I want to keep Strangling Chain. Try to set this up to get this attack on the boss so when we have a big attacking round against him at the end, we can put some extra damage on him. Maybe Warrior of the Sun. It's nice to have an attack on the bottom. I need to keep Healing Sands. I want that extra move. Flaming Shroud is good. It's fast. It's got move. I like Blade Dance. 2 targets with Swift Strength, and I can pull them into my Flaming Shroud. I like that combo. Maybe Twirling Stabs. You gotta pick something, right? Now Killian. I'll reset his cards. Get him his 2 XP, so he's at 9 out of 11. Got to keep Power Pitch for the boss. Probably got to keep Second Wind. Repeat Shot is good if the guy has your favorite token on him. Might want to use this at on the beginning of the next round to get that extra +2 because this guy has 5 out of 11. Yeah, so we're not getting rid of that. Not close cuts. Might need these heals. Center mass. Ricochet seems good. Or follow through becomes an attack +4 and an XP for next turn. Gotta keep. Extra lift. I like having close cuts just in case I can't get away or I need to be next to somebody. Sure, extra lift. End of the round, nothing needs to go down. We've got some decks. All of the monster ability decks need to be shuffled. All right, I don't know how we're doing as far as pacing goes. Crowley's down to 8 hit points. It's interesting having a monster out there that you can't attack. I feel like we're still early on in the campaign. I mean, we've only done, let's see, 6, 7. This is the 8th scenario, and we've had 3 boss fights already. So I'm kind of curious to see where the story is going to go from here, because so far everything has kind of led up to fighting these bad guys. I guess there's still the story of whoever this Roland character is out there to deal with. Going on an hour and a half here. Probably got another 45 minutes, I would guess, in this, because I am not going to concentrate on the living corpses. I want to blow through, get these zealots taken care of, and then burn this boss down. If I start to get overwhelmed with living corpses, I'll have to take on some of them, but not going to be the main focus. Okay, so I'll start with Killian because I want to use this repeat shot is better than follow through. Yeah, okay, so repeat shot is going to become an attack 5 and an experience point because this zealot has my favorite token on him already. I don't really need to move. So that's going to be 5. How much more damage do I need to do? He's got 5 on him. I need to do 6 more damage. It's probably going to be attacks from both him and Crowley required here. I guess I can move up and throw a heal. Pushing is not really going to do anything. That's at 31. Do I need to go quicker? Could use the bottom of second wind. I don't think I'm going to need the heal on Killian for a while. So it might be okay to use this now and when it cycles back around after the next rest, because it's a lost card anyway. So I don't really want to use it for a heal in the short term. I don't know do you count as your own ally? I wondered about this on care package. I don't know. Don't really need to do the pushings. I think I'll use this, or maybe I'll use the bottom. It's kind of going a little slow. I'll use the bottom of this to get some air out there. Do I really need air? What do I need air for? I don't need air for anything unless I want more movement. Do I need move 3? Not really. So where's that other lost card? I'll use this for base movement just to get to here. And I'll go at 18. All right, so I do think that Crowley, he might want to heal. But I also feel like I need to get some damage out there. Probably not too much damage. But the problem is that I don't have anything on the bottom that I could move and then attack. If I let the Zealot go first and attack me, it kind of negates, like, what's the whole purpose of healing if you're just going to let the guy probably do most of that damage to you. And I think Killian's going to end up in this spot here. So do I move Crowley here? I mean, the dream scenario would be that this guy draws a ranged attack and then has to attack at disadvantage. If that's my dream scenario, I need to dream bigger, probably. I guess I could have Crowley move 2 to there. I don't really feel like opening the door yet until I can maybe have some ranged attacks to throw at the new guys that are going to populate. I maybe get my Flame Shroud out next turn. That's a lost movement. He's going to go at 18. Move 2, shield 1. Don't necessarily need to jump, but I think I'll try to get Crowley here and then have Killian end up there. If he gets eliminated, I could always move 3 to loot the coin there too. All right, so we'll move in with this and then heal. I'd have to get really lucky for this guy to be eliminated though, if I don't attack. So I might as well move in and attack with something. Maybe Barbaric Instincts to get a shield. If I pull him in, I really don't need to pull him in. Then I don't need to move. So I could use... Don't I have another attack on the bottom? Okay. We'll switch this up. Let's attack him and pull him in. And have a shield just in case Boss Man wants to attack us. We use Barbaric Instincts, and then we'll use the bottom of Warrior. Man, that's using up 2 really fast cards. I got a bunch of fast cards in this deck though, so maybe I was thinking about a different pull card, because this I think was the one that I was looking at to use the bottom of. Do I have a different pull in here? Oh, I could attack 2, range 2, pull. This might be like overkill though, and I guess that could be insurance against pulling a bad card from the modifier deck. Yes, but then I'm not getting... This is an automatic damage, and I'm getting fire out there. I'll stick with that plan. Do I have a plan? Is a good question. Living Corpse needs a card. Zealots need a card. And the boss needs a card. Who? 17. Oh, that's a bummer. Because he's going to attack Killian, I believe. No, maybe not, because they'll be the same distance apart and Crowley went first. Okay, so we've got a 12 for the red guard. We've got a 17 for the boss. 18 for Killing the Hatchet. Zealots at 65 and the Living Corpse at 91. So first is the red guard. I keep getting these shields out and then thinking that he's not going to be the target of the attacks. So I'm going to do the top of Barbaric Instincts. I'll get a shield, pull 1, so I want to pull this guy in, and he will suffer a damage. So I'm going to get a 3 and move these 2 off of there. So he's sitting at 6 damage. Did he attack somebody last turn? I think he did, didn't he? He attacked both of them last turn. I think he did. I think both of my characters are supposed to be wounded. This might not be correct, but I think they are. I think they're supposed to be wounded, so he's going to take a point of damage from that. So, yeah, I believe he did the attack. He took. I got to look through this Zealot deck, and then I'm going to reshuffle the stuff that's left in here because I need to find the card that I think. He had. He should have healed himself too. Man, I cannot remember. And killing would have been out of range. I think I have completely screwed this up. I'm going to leave the wounds on both of them. Yeah, so I'll have to watch that back. I made a mistake on his last attack. I'm almost positive that the board state's not entirely accurate right now. But anyway, okay, so we've done the pull. I did the 1 damage to him. Fire is going to be infused there. Now I'm going to do the bottom of Warrior of the Sun and attack 2. Do I want to use anything? No. Null. So no extra damage. And I said I didn't want to use anything, but I do want to actually use, before his turn is over, I'll use this heal to get rid of this wound. I'm using the healing potion to get rid of the wound and heal for 3. So he's up to 10. And that is both of his cards, but he does have a shield, so I have to remember that. Next is the boss. He's doing special 2, which is just his regular move and attack. He's already adjacent, and Crowley's lower in the initiative, and his attack is a base of 2, -1. So he will go from 10 to 9. So that's the boss's turn. Next, I should not have put these in the discard area. That's going to confuse me. Oh, I moved it to put the wound out there, I think. So this guy already has my favorite token on him. So I'm going to hit him with the top of repeat shot. So that goes to an attack 5. Do I want to use my goggles? Just to make sure I don't get hosed on what I draw. Well, let me take my wound first, down to 8. I want to take this guy out, so I'm going to use my goggles to go at advantage. So I'm going to attack 5. Haha. Good decision. Good decision. So 5 more damage takes him to 11, which is going to take him out. So he will drop a loot and my favorite token. And eventually an elite living corpse will spawn there, which I'm not excited about. Fortunately, the boss is already gone, or the boss would have revived that guy. Okay, so there are no more zealots on the board at the moment. Now I can do the bottom of second wind. Oh, and I did kill an enemy this turn. Cool. So I will go... Oh, I can't get my stuff there. No, my favorite token. Because it's not empty, so I don't think I can go there. Do not think I can stop my turn there. And I don't think I have... I think I took the loot 1. Yeah, I did. Took the loot 1 out. Oh well, we'll have to try to get that back later. I still will just move... Can I move through it? Because it's neither empty nor occupied. Maybe not. I'll just end up here. Go around. Could use my shoes to fly. Yeah, I want to end up closer to the door, so I'm going to use my shoes to fly. Okay. Living corpse's turn. Move +2. If this movement is performed, living corpse suffers 1 damage. So his move starts at a 1, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, and that's standing number 4. Takes damage. So he's actually not too far away from joining the party either. So I think that's the end of the round. Both of the nulls came out from our player decks. Gotta get this shuffled up. Oh, and I got to do that +1 experience point. Oh, I get a +1 experience point from repeat shot and second wind. Now look at all these experience points I'm getting again with Killian. And not Crowley. So from 4 to 6. So we're at 9 hit points and 8 hit points. His wound is removed, but Killian still is wounded. What else needs to be shuffled? This needs to be shuffled. We'll just do this real quick. Okay, good enough. Already moved that down. Next round. Man, my favorite token. That makes me sad. We're going to get a big move and some ranged attacks. What do we got that has big range? Too bad my Flame Shroud and this move are on the same card. I feel like I need to get... And this would be a lost card. There is fire out there. So here's a move 4 at 19. They're going to spawn there and there. 1. I really don't know if I can move through this space or not. It's neither occupied nor empty. And it doesn't say it's an enemy space. I really don't know. I should not have put the boss right there, now that I think about it. But I wasn't really thinking about at the time that that space was going to have a standee in it. I do not want Crowley to get surrounded. I think because it's neither empty nor occupied, since it's not occupied, I should be able to move through it. I'm thinking. I don't know. That's how I'm going to play it. Just seems weird. Well, I've got move 2 with jump. I could get around it again, but then he's not going to move any further. And he's not going to be within range. I could just have him go slow. Maybe move 2, open the door, and heal himself. Then I'm sure Killian is going to be their target because I need to get him in there. I do have my studded leather back for Killian. His favorite token is probably just gone. I mean, I have to move, I have to advance up here, which is a shame because I really want to use it to attack the boss. But anyway, or maybe I get the Flame Shroud out. I could move 3. Oh, and I can use my boots. I can get Crowley up there, move 3, get my Flame Shroud out, and maybe these guys move up into me and hurt themselves a little bit. Yeah, this sounds like a plan. We'll move 6. I had a shield. Did he take a damage? No, because I took the Zealot out. But the boss did attack him. Yes, the boss did. I'm going to go back up to 10. Right, yes, the boss attacked him and he went first, so his shield was out. Ooh, man, I got to pay more attention. Slow down and pay more attention. Ooh, these got to go. All right, Killian, you got to get in there and put some hurting on people. If I go slow, if I think that the Zealots, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, the Zealots would then only be 1 away from where, if the Zealots move in, if I go slow, I might be able to get a heal off onto Crowley. Oh, this seems perfect time for Ricochet. Because they're within, they'd be within range of each other for that. So 1, 2, 3, if I ended up here and Crowley's there, I should be protected by him. Yes, seems too good of a time to not use Ricochet when there are 2 enemies in there. I don't really need air, but the move 3 is always good. I'd be going really slow. Which might be okay. But I could use this to move 3, 1, 2, 3, and be in position to... I need to heal this wound off of myself. Yeah. Got to get rid of that wound. Okay. So we're going at 6 and 30. There are no Zealots out there yet, but there is a living corpse. Going at 68, and that will need to be shuffled. And the boss, special number 1. So he, at 79, is going to turn this spot into a living corpse who will not act. So we've got Redguard at 6, Hatchet at 30, Living Corpse at 68, and Boss at 79. So, real quick, Crowley's just going to get his Flame Shroud up here, get that ready, and then we'll move 3 using the boots to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's this is the only thing that I don't know if I can go through this or not, but I'm going to play it because it's neither empty nor occupied. So if it's not occupied, I don't know what the rule says. I don't want to take the time right now to look it up since I'm filming. Probably a cop-out, but it's true. Okay, he's done. No XP or anything like that. I gotta go back for 1 second. So this door does get opened. The zealots are gonna get spawned there and there. And we have to draw a card for them. They'll be going at 50. And yes, they will be moving in. That's good. They're gonna take some damage from Flame Shroud. So that worked out. So they are gonna go before the living corpse. Okay. The bottom of care package. Move 3, 1, 2, 3. Heal 1, range 1. Oh wait, my turn started. I have to take a damage from the wound. I heal that right back and get rid of the wound because I'm doing that on myself. Because on myself, my own hex should be within range 1. And that will put nature, or whatever that's called, out into the battlefield. Top of Ricochet is attack 2 at range 3. So I will start, got a brand new deck here. I'll start with the Elite, and that ends up being 1. He is standing number 2. Then the bottom attack goes to another enemy within range 2 of the first enemy at attack 2 plus 0, and he is standee number 3. As soon as I get rid of these two guys, I can start wailing on that boss. All right, that's his turn. Now we go to the zealots. We start with the elite guy. Crowley will be his target. He will move here. That will trigger Flaming Shroud for 2 more damage for him. So I will take off this 1 and replace it with a 3. His attack starts at a base of 3. I don't have any shields or anything out at the moment. We'll see what the damage looks like because I can always use this shield here. So we're at a 3. -1 is 2. I'll just take it. Go down to 8. This zealot, he moves. Steps into the Flaming Shroud. We'll replace a 1 with a 3. That goes over. That experience point was revealed, so that means he now has 3 experience points. And his attack is also a base of 3 plus 0 will take me down to 5. Got a lot of cards in my hand, and my shield still, and I've got a heal in my deck, which I might have to end up using while I just stand there and take some punishment for a while. Okay, that's the zealot turn. The living corpse will move 1. No one's in range, so no attacks. Now the boss is last, special 1. He would jump to this zealot and he'll create a living corpse. Just take the top 1. And that's the end of his turn. Okay, so where do we have shuffle symbols? Here on the living corpses we have a shuffle. Those will go down. Okay, I think we get ready for the next turn. Now, do I take the chance, and do I have something that I can attack multiple guys with? Swift strength. I can target 2 guys and pull them into my flame shroud. If I could take a couple of steps back. I might need Killian to get out of the way first. So what do I have as far as what Killian can do quickly? It's kind of set up for a close cut. If Crowley wasn't there. I've already used my wing shoes and I don't have any more jump. It'd be good if I could have jumped there and used close cuts on them. Yeah, and in order to pull off what I wanted to pull off over here, I kind of need Killian to not be in that spot. I need to take a step back. And I kind of don't want to take a step back this way because I think that then puts me in range of this guy coming up and hurting me as well. Actually, if I would go deeper into the room, so say I come back that direction. If Killian pushes this guy back over here, no, then the pull doesn't get him closer. If I move over here, yeah. I really do need to heal, though. I've already used my healing potion, and I was kind of saving my mana potion to make sure I had fire to put Strangling Chain on the boss. However, I have two mana potions, and Killian can put fire out there if I need to. I like trying to set this up. So I wonder, I thought I saw a push in here. Move 3, push 1 adjacent enemy. 1, 2, 3. If I pushed him back there, and attacked him. If Crowley moved here, I'm trying to get away from this guy too. So if Crowley, let's say Crowley moves here. That goes at 24, 39. It's possible I'm trying to set up too many things that just aren't going to happen. All right. We'll see. I'm going to try to set it up so I can pull him through my flame shroud and just get a bunch of damage on him. So Killian needs to end up here. So where does Crowley need to go? Let's pull 2. Crowley can go here, and he needs to go after. So what should I do? Maybe I'll do the bottom of this one and try to end up over here to loot this treasure chest too. No, I'll set this up here. Oh no, I'm already doing a top, so I need to do a bottom card. So I might as well use this loot. Try to set that up. Okay. We'll see how this goes. So we have the boss out there. Oh, 17. Now the boss is going to get in the mix. And he's going to go first. Oh, well, at least that's going to get him in the room. Maybe that's okay. 21, Living Corpse is going to go second. Oh no, that's going to get him in range to do some attacking too. Oh, and the Zealots are going to go. Oh, this is going to ruin my whole plan, I think. Okay, so what are these initiatives? 17, the boss is going first. 21, the Living Corpse is going next. 24 is then Killian. 27 is the Zealots, and then Crowley is last. Okay, plan probably ruined. Bosses first, special number 2. Moves and attacks. The furthest, they're both equidistance. I think his focus would be Killian. Because he's lower in the initiative and they're like equidistance away from, because he can just move. Oh wait, it's move plus 0. He doesn't jump. This isn't the one where he jumps. Yeah, so his movement is equal. Killian is lower in the order, so he will move there. No, he's going to move there to slow down the Living Corpse. Because Killian still has his studded leather available. And the Living Corpse has a much higher attack than the boss. Okay, so the boss has done his move. Now he's going to do attack 0. His focus here is Killian, so attack -1 is 1. Takes it to 7. Okay, so that's the boss's turn. Living Corpse's turn. Move plus 1. His base move is 1. So he can move 2 to get within range here. Oh, muddle and immobilize? Oh yeah, this completely destroys my plan. Wow, target 1 adjacent enemy, and there's nature out there, so the target also suffers 2 damage. Okay, so that is consumed. His hit points go down to 5. He will be muddled and immobilized. So we can't move. And I did the damage already. There's no attack on this card. This guy will move 2. All right, so now we go to Killian's turn. We might be losing some cards to prevent some damage here because we're down to 5 and 5. I was going to move 3 and push 2. Now I almost feel like I need to do the top of center mouse and just do some attacking from where I'm at because I can't move. I don't get the bonus because my favorite token's not out there, so I think the best thing for me to do is attack 3 at range 3, and I'll go for this elite guy over here, but I'm muddled, so I need to draw 2 cards. I got a +1 and a +1. All right, so that's 4 damage on him. Takes him to a total of 8 out of 11. And he's going to wound somebody. That guy's going to wound somebody if I don't, and he's going to go next. So I can't do either of those bottoms of those cards because those pushes are for adjacent enemies. So that is his turn. That immobilize will be gone. Sticky situation now, and the zealots are next. So the elite zealot is first. He wants to, oh, this is actually kind of okay because they want to back up. Because they want to do a ranged attack. So he's going to back up to here. Do his attack -1. His base is 3, so he's at 2. That will take me down to 3. I'll take this for now. I might use my shield on the next guy's attack. But that 2 damage that he just did is going to heal him for 2, which is not okay. Dark gets infused. I forgot on Killian's turn I was gonna use the mana potion. I was just looking at the element board to get fire out there. It comes into play on what Crowley's turn will be. Now the second guy, he's going to want to move so he can not be disadvantaged. So I'll have him take a step back there. Oh, this loot card was dumb because I won't even be close to the chest because I only was going to move 2. Oh well, it's already there. It has the added bonus of damaging the guys. Okay, so he took a step back. His base attack is also 3, but we're at 3 -1 is 2. I'm going to have to use this to have another shield. Takes me down to 2, and I am wounded. I'm gonna have to get healed because I'll be down to 1 hit point. Might have to short rest. Okay, well, let's see what happens on my turn. That is the Zealot's turn. He did 1 damage. Just gotta make sure to remember to heal him. All right. Those heals might just save their lives on what I was gonna do here. Yeah, so we're gonna do the top of Blade Dance, and that's attack 1 at range 3. I'm gonna consume the fire to make it attack 2 and to add the pull and the experience point. So I'm at attack 2. plus 1 is 3. So that's going to take him to 9 damage. Then I'm going to pull him in 1, which will trigger Flame Shroud. Give him 2 more damage from coming into my Flame Shroud, so that's 11 total. So he will be gone. So we'll drop a money token and the standee and get an experience point. So that takes me up to 4. Oh, I forgot to go down 1 on the wound, I think. Did I? Or did I already do it? Killian must heal him or he's going to be taken out. So Killian at a minimum is going to have to short rest. Because I think he's at 1. I don't think I did it, so I think he's at 1 hit point. Ugh. Yeah, because even if I choose to long rest, I think he'll be taken out. Anyway, so that was the first part of the Top of Blade Dance. Now I can move 2, and I just want to get away from any shenanigans down here. Then the next one, I'm going to use up the light to make it attack 2 to go after this guy here. So it's attack 2 plus 1 is 3. So he's at 5 damage. Then the pull, I will pull him into my Flame Shroud, which then is going to get rid of him. That's enough damage. 7 total. See, now I can actually start hurting the boss, but I gotta do some healing. Gotta do some healing. Okay. Then the bottom. Oh, there's another experience point there for using up the light. The bottom, all adjacent enemies suffer 1 damage, nobody to suffer any damage. Loot 1. Get fire infused out on the battlefield. So the healing actually did not matter, so that those zealots healed themselves. All right. Pretty close. This is the closest so far. I mean, if I thought Killian could burn 24 damage on the boss on his own, but he doesn't have his favorite token. We've got 1 more trigger on Flame Shroud before Flame Shroud will go away. Okay, that one is shuffled. There's not going to be any more zealots, so I'm not going to worry about them and actually get their stuff out of the way. Now I have to go really quick. I have to go before Crowley, and I need to be close to Crowley because I don't want the boss to jump to the farthest character, because that would, right now, I need to make sure that he goes quick. I'm going to have to short rest to get these cards back to, at a minimum, heal off this wound. So, needing to short rest, I have to shuffle this stuff up. Killian's got his leather armor still, so he could be target of a couple of attacks. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, Crowley would not be the target of an attack, because the first thing the boss would do is jump to one of those stands and create another living corpse. Okay, so even if the boss goes, Crowley can make it, I believe. So heal 6. That's the 18 initiative. I can't lose that one, so I have to take a damage down to 4. And the one that I will have to lose is, oh, repeat shot. That would have been my second attack against the boss. Okay, so I think we can plan. I do not want to go to initiative 16, right? Because he's going to have 18, so I need to go, I could go at 19. Is this going to be a big attack turn? Probably not. And I'm not next to the boss, so I'm not going to plan on doing the top of Strangling Chain. Oh, I need to do the top of Healing Stance. What am I thinking? And I'll get a shield from the bottom of Swift Strength. So he's going to go at 32. So his turn's kind of easy. Now I know that I need to get within range 1 of Crowley to do Care Package. We have to do Care Package, and I need to go at 18. So his turn is also planned. So we've got living corpses out there, 47, and the boss, 73. Yeah, and he's going to jump and create another living corpse. So boss will be last, living corpse, Killian, and then Crowley. You know what? That's good. I'm glad. Oh, no. Wait a minute. I have to backtrack. Oh, yeah, I can move 3. Okay. And I need to go at 18, so I'll do the basic attack. All right, so, okay. I thought I screwed something up, but I forgot there was a move in with Care Package. Now let me move that over just a little bit. Oops. Okay, so I'll do the basic attack from Second Wind. So it starts at an attack 2 plus 0. So we've got some damage on the boss finally. He's got a total of 24 hit points. All right, now the bottom of Care Package is move 3. 1, 2, 3. And is there a better way to do this? Corpse is probably going to go around that way. I'm trying to figure out where I want to jump the boss to set up a big attack for next turn. I kind of want the boss to be next to Crowley. So I might go 1, 2, 3 like this, end up here. And then I do heal 1, which gets rid of the wound and takes him up to 2. All right. I think we'll come out of this okay. Now it is Crowley's turn. Heal self for 4. I know his battle goal is to be 3 or less. Maybe I can set that up, but it seems a little difficult right now. Get that XP, taking him to 6. And I could move. Don't really feel like moving. But I do want the shield. Not that I really need it right now. Okay, I think that's everything. Living Corpse's turn, starting with the elite. He was gonna try to get, he would target here. Oh, and he can go through the boss. I just have to take it. I have my studded leather, I guess. Yeah. 1, 2. Because this guy can put on a hurtin'. I'm going to use it before the attack to get a shield, and the enemy will attack at disadvantage. He starts at a base of 4, -1, so we'll draw 2. Whew. All right, so he's at 4, and I have a shield. Is going to be 3 damage. That'll take me down to 1 hit point. I wonder if I toss a card. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to toss a card. I will toss Ricochet. Then this living corpse back here will move to, he'll loot that money token. All right, now the boss, I'm gonna have the boss jump here, and he's, yeah, that guy would loot that token because he's gonna create a living corpse there. So Crowley only has 1 card left. He's gonna have to short rest. Nothing showing that needs to be shuffled. This would be in the deck. Yeah. Too bad. I should have thought about where that corpse was going to move to. So that was a mistake. Okay, what's going to get lost? The loot card 63, attack 3, range 2, pull. What else could I lose? I think that's okay. I gotta do 22 more damage to this boss, and I feel like I'm gonna get wailed on by these living corpses. So, what do we do? I do not have my favorite token. But I have this attack 6 at range 3. It's too bad I don't have my goggles, because if I draw the null, I am going to be sad. Maybe I try to... I'm not sure if those are supposed to even be up there anymore. I know the dark's not supposed to be up there. And since I didn't move the dark down, I bet you the fire's gone too. I have to get something from the bottom here. There might be something useful in that treasure chest back there. I hate to be kind of greedy and try to go for it, but I'd also like to go fairly quickly. So I'm going to go on 24 and plan on moving up to that chest, getting out of range of these guys. All right, Crowley, you've got one use. Oh, and I've got that big attack coming, so I think it's time to get Strangling Chain out, and then I need another attack on the bottom. Attack 1 with Wound. I've got 6 hit points left and a lot of cards that I can lose. I want to use Strangling Chain. And there is no light out there, so I won't get the extra attack in the muddle just yet. Just my other attack. The other attack is move. So this would not be utilizing my Flame Shroud right now, but if that Living Corpse moves in, it would pop it. Do I even have something to pull? I do. Okay, I'm not going to worry too much about the Flame Shroud because I'm getting a bunch of damage from the Strangling Chain here. And yeah, I just want to get that extra attack off to get the extra bonus from using Strangling Chain's special. So we'll go at 13. All right, see when the boss is going to go. 54, and he's going to want to do a ranged attack, and he'll target both of us. That's nice of him. And the corpses are only going to move 1. Okay. They're doing nothing special. So we're going at 13, 24, 54 for the boss, 68 for the corpses. Okay, see what we can do. Oh, he can't move. So, oh no, he's immune to immobilize. That's right. The Blood Horror is immune to immobilize. Okay, Strangling Chain. Attack 3. Immobilize. Each time the target is attacked this round, it suffers 1 damage. To signify this, place one of your character tokens on the target. But I'm going to use my mana potion during my turn to infuse fire. And I'm going to consume fire to get the bonus, to make it 2 damage instead. Get that XP. Use one of them. I'll just put this out here to remember what that is. It says to put one of your tokens. I don't want to dig through my bag to get a token out right now. That it's going to be 2 damage instead. So we start with attack 3 on the boss. Plus 1 is 4. So I'll take a 3 and a 1. Now he's sitting at a total damage of 6. 2 more damage on him because of this effect from Strangling Chain. I'll remove a 1, put another 3 out there. Now I'm going to do the bottom of Warrior of the Sun, which is attack 2, flip a card, plus 0 is 2 more. Plus the 2 he's going to suffer from the effect on Strangling Chain is a total of 4 more. We've got 6, 7, 8, so that would take us to a total of 12. Okay, he's got 12 more. Get this 10 out here. And that's his turn. Killian is next. We still have that ongoing effect. Man, I really wish I had my favorite token. We have the ongoing effect here from Strangling Chain. So, I'll do the attack 6 on the boss. +1 is 7. Getting him down. So he's currently sitting at 19 damage. He's got 5 hit points left. But with the effect of Strangling Chain, it's going to put 2 more up there. He's down to 3 hit points. All right, I think we can pull this out. Move 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll loot this here in a second. I just want to wrap everything up over here. So we will lose this card, but get the 2 XP for using it. That's going to go in our discard pile. Go up to 8 XP. We've only got 2 cards left in our hand. It's okay. I think we can get 3 damage on him and try to live through Living Corpse attacks. Looting this, and it was number 1. So let's go to the glossary treasure table here. Gain 10 experience. All right, so Killian is going to be much more advanced than Crowley, because this is even more experience. So that's 136. He might even level up after this. Scenario is over. Okay, I think that's everything. Looted that. So the boss is next. He is move -1, so he's going to want to take a step back to not be disadvantaged and still be able to attack both of us, because he can do target 2 guys here. Oh man, Crowley's like in the crosshairs for both of those living corpses now that that boss is moving, so that's not the best. Okay, so it's attack -1. He starts at a base of 2. We'll start with Crowley first. -1 takes it to 0. Now we'll go against Killian. ×2, and we have to shuffle. Makes it 2 damage. So Killian will go to 2 hit points. All right. I think that's the end of the boss's turn. Living corpses, we start with the elite guy. He will move there, right? Because they have a movement of 1. Now, no extra attack, but his base attack is 4. 5, we cannot take 5. That'll take us down to 1, so we have to toss a card. Unless I think I can survive the next turn, because that will get me my battle goal. I still have a bunch of cards in my hand to survive any more attacks that come through next. Yeah, I'm going to take it, and I'll probably have to toss 1 from this next guy. Playing with fire. Playing with fire. So then this guy is going to move here, and his attack base is 4. So now I definitely need to toss a card. Oh, there's one thing that I forgot. When this elite guy moved in, he would have taken damage from my Flame Shroud. And he is standee number 3, which would give me the experience point, and then Flame Shroud would go into the lost pile. And I get that last experience point that gets revealed when that triggers. Okay, so now I need to lose a card. I want to go quick, so I want to, well, there's a 12. All enemies suffer 1 damage. He's at 10. Just to make this even easier, I'm going to take this 10 damage off. So he's at 21 damage. I need to do 3 damage to him next turn and then survive 2 corpse attacks. And I have enough cards here to survive 2 corpse attacks. And I'd really like Killian to be the guy who takes the boss out, if I can set that up. To get his battle goal, because his battle goal is to kill the last monster to die in the scenario. I can't guarantee 4 damage though with close cuts. So how much health does Killian have? He's only got 2. He might have to short rest just to get some more cards back in his hand. But first I need to figure out which card I'm going to lose. Shield, pull. I don't have light to do a double attack. That's a move. I want to keep the heal. 16, 12, 14. I'll get rid of Blade Dance. I don't need to be doing a whole bunch of fancy pulling and stuff right now. I want to get a card back into my hand. There are more cards back into my hand. Just in case I don't take out the boss and he jumps at me. So I can absorb some damage. I'll have 2 cards in hand to absorb. So I'm short resting and losing this card. Oh, my heal. Ooh, that's my fast card too. I'm not going to lose that one. I'm losing care package, which is my other heal. That's all right, but I want to go at 18 on this next turn. Okay, so speaking of the next turn, I want to go at 18. So I could move 3 and get up and try to do this close cuts. That's an attack 3. Is that my best attack? Or do I stay back there and do this attack 3? Well, this attack 3 will hurt both of those enemies. There's no damage on this guy, so there's no possible way I can take him out this turn. 25 and 24, so I don't think it really matters. This is an attack 2 at range 4. 1, 2. He's at range 3. I'll do it to get the experience point. I'll move up, going at 18. I just hope the boss does not go super quick. Now, Crowley, you need to get up and, oh, he needs to get up there and attack the boss. He can jump and get shield using this 16. And then attack 3 at 14. So we've got 14, 18. We need a living, oh, we got to shuffle this living corpse deck. I think there's a boss card that they go at 1, if I remember correctly. So I hope that's not the one that I pull. 79. So I hope he'll be dead by then. And 68. So red guard, boss, going switch. All right, so we've got Crowley going first. We'll move 2 with jump and get a shield. So 1, 2. And then attack 3. So we'll flip. -2 is only 1 damage. Uh-oh. That's 22. This is coming down to the wire. Got to remember he's got a shield, and we got light out there on the battlefield. Now Killian. Killian better draw a good card here, and I don't have really anything that's good to use as far as items go. It's attack 3, range 3. I could try to push the boss away. The boss is going to jump and create. So the boss is not going to attack. He's just going to create another living corpse that will not act this turn. Okay, so anyway, it's attack 3, range 3. It might be over here. +1 is 4. Boss is down. Move 2, push 2. So I might as well move and push that living corpse. They got nothing special, so they're going to move 1. Okay, so let's think about this. The boss is gone. Now that shouldn't be there. If I move 2, I wonder if I can push through this thing, because it's neither empty nor occupied. Boy, that's not the clearest thing for me on what to do, but I believe if the rule is like you have to push through empty hexes, then I know what I'll do. I'll go 1, 2, and then push 1, 2. So the elite guy can't get close to us. I think that works. Yeah, that works. Okay, end of his turn. Living corpses are next. Nothing special. They have a base move of 1. He's not going to be in range to do anything. He's already in range. Crowley's lower in the initiative. And he has a shield. Oh, I got to shuffle this. Almost made it through that entire deck before getting to a shuffle card. All right, so he's at a base attack of 3 +0. I will toss a card to avoid the damage. This had gotten bumped. That's it. End of the scenario. The boss has been destroyed, barely surviving with 1 hit point and 2 hit points. Met both of the battle goals, the last monster killed, and ending the scenario with 3 or fewer hit points. Wow, that was a lot closer. I might have tried to been too fancy at the beginning, but this was actually really fun. There was a lot to think about, a lot of stuff to get through. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm pretty sure that I can't even remember now what the mistake that I thought I made at the beginning was that affected something. I could have made some other rules mistakes. So please leave me some comments down below if you see some things that I missed that you think I got wrong, because that helps learn for the next time. Let's read the conclusion. Let's not forget to do that again. The horror's tendrils whip in a mad frenzy, as if trying to grasp at the life that it is quickly leaving its grotesque form. As it bleeds out onto the stone floor, its movements grow more languid, until, with one final agonized screech, its terrible mass becomes still. Around it, the undead abominations it created also collapse to the ground. And with that, the thing is done. As far as you can tell, you've destroyed the awful creatures of blood that plagued the city, and in doing so, thwarted the vile group behind the disappearance of the blacksmith and so many others. You can finally stop dodging the widow's messages and update the city guard on everything you know. Roland seems to still be alive, but surely the guards can take it from here in mopping up this stupid cult. And you can go back to actually getting paid to kill things. In fact, as you walk around the Sleeping Lion, vaguely dreaming about a hot bath, you recall a recent rumor going around about someone along the Hook Coast offering gold to mercenaries who would come fight in his gauntlet. That might be worth looking into. Our rewards would be 20 experience each. We can add items 15 through 20 to the shop, and we have a new location, location 10 for scenario 10 in E2. Okay, I'm going to do the normal in between the scenario items off camera, and I'll be back for the next scenario. Thanks for watching.